All right, so here we go. So now I have cosine of theta is x over 5. And you know x over 5 is the same thing as saying 1/5 x. It could be nicer to see it so that you don't attempt to do quotient rule or anything. This is not so hard to take the derivative of. So the derivative of cosine is negative sine. Carry the angle, and then take the derivative of the angle. Carry the 1/5 along. The derivative of x is dx over dt. Dx over dt is 6, so substitute that in. I want to find d theta over dt. There's no theta given, so how am I supposed to solve? So this is my unknown. That's okay to have, but I need to find out what theta is so I can find out what negative sine of theta is. So when they give me, there's no place to plug it in. So let's look at the original equation. So the original equation is cosine of theta is x over 5, so let's put the 3 in. Then you can't help but look at that and say, wait a minute, I see a triangle. So if that's my angle, 3/5 is adjacent over hypotenuse. To find the other side, you use Pythagorean theorem, so that's a 4. What I know, I can find sine of theta. What's sine of theta going to be off of this triangle? Sine of theta will be 4/5. So sine of theta is 4/5, so put that in, carry the negative along, finally, multiplying by negative 5/4, you get d theta dt is negative 6 over 5. So the triangle helps. All right, so this one here, I'm going to suggest you rewrite this before you take the derivative. The derivative of tangent is secant squared of theta times d theta dt. Taking the derivative here, bring the negative 1 down, x to the negative 2 power times dx dt. So I'm going to plug in the theta is pi over 4. That gives me secant squared of pi over 4 gives me 2. D theta dt is 3, so I'm going to put that in right there. And then x, they didn't tell me where to get x from, so now I'm going to use my given angle, this when information, into my original problem. So I get tangent of pi over 4 is 1 over x. I know tangent of pi over 4 is 1, so that's how I get x equal 1. So I can put that in, so I finally get the answer.